Hey guys, and welcome to my patch notes review for the Rise of the Shadow Tower update. And it's a pretty big update, so let's get straight into it. The Lunar Lancer is now live. This fast and foxy fighter can throw spears and grapple to them, support their allies by dropping an area of effect buff, and while fighting can transform into lunatic mode, dishing out more damage and taking much less. So, let's get our class coins. Here we go. Let's get them. So, there we go. It wasn't working. So here we go. We got the Lunar Lancer. There he is. A little weird, but it's his theme. So there we go. He's the new class. All new weapon. Oh, and all new weapon. The spear is now live and available for the Lunar Lancer. So that is a new weapon that they added. The last weapon they added was the bow for the Shadow Hunter. So it's been a while since they added a new type of weapon. So that's a nice change. But that's pretty much all they have about him. I am going to be doing a full guide on him tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. I'll go a lot more into detail. Right now, I'm just kind of introducing him with the patch notes, because I do want to stay on topic. But Lunar, or Lunacy Pack is now live. They do this with every class. They get, or whenever they release a new class, they release a new bundle for them, so you can get all their costumes, their themed mounts, and they included the new tomes, which we'll be talking about in a moment here. So that's 20 bucks. It includes the Lunar Lancer, both of his costumes, both of his mounts, and the 2 store-bought legendary tomes at a deeply discounted price. In terms of dollars, of course, you can buy all of this with Flux if you wanted to, but if you want to purchase stuff, this is for you. Alright, sorry about that. I had a cough for a second. Shadow Tower is now live. Use the Adventurer's crafting bench to craft a Shadow Tower portal that can be placed in your club world, so let's go and do that. What did Adventurer's crafting bench? So let's get this going. Shadow Tower, there's a new section at the bottom. So you got a moon key required to open up a portal to the Shadow Tower on hard mode. So we'll get into a second where you can do that. So it's going to cost 5 Shadow Key Gems and 50 Infinium. Pretty cheap. Is this the portal? It looks more of a bench. Let's see. Let's put it up here in the portal room if it's a portal. If not, we could just take it down. Check it out. We'll have it right there on its own. Alright, so there we go. There it is. Shadow Tower leaderboard. Maybe they'll get into it in a second. So there's a leaderboard. There's a whole system with it. But that's how you can get it. Unlock normal mode using a shadow key. And unlock hard mode using the moon key, which I just showed. So to just do normal mode, all you have to do is use your normal shadow keys, which you get from the crafting bench as well. So Adventurer's crafting bench, go to Shadow Tower, you get the normal shadow keys. These have been in the game forever, and the new moon key is for the hard mode. Each Shadow Tower floor is made up of 4 Shadow Arenas, or dungeons, followed by a Shadow Titan boss fight. Defeat each floor once a week for unique rewards in the form of Titan Souls and Lunar Souls, spent at the Shadowy Market at the end of each floor. I will be going more into detail on that in my new Shadow Tower guide that's going to be coming out pretty soon. I don't have a actual time on it, so within the week or two, I'll go more into detail in everything about the Shadow Tower. Hard mode floors grant a 50% bonus to damage to any class that is the only one of its kind. This is reduced to 25% for 2 classes and 0% if there are 3 or more. So this kind of promotes class diversity, because in Shadow Arenas, all you see is, Dracolites, Tomb Raiders, and Ice Ages. That's pretty much all you see in the U6 Shadow Arenas, so that's a good change to force kind of build a diversity since it is hard mode. Eyes of Cthulhu earned from Shadow Caches increase slightly, so the Shadow Caches that you get by turning in Shadow Shards, they now have a increased chance of Eyes of Cthulhu. The Shadow Tower has been replaced. The Shadow Tower has replaced standalone Shadow Arenas. Thus, Shadow Dungeons and the Shadow Lair are no longer spawn. So I did not expect that. So I guess you can only find shadow towers. You can't find shadow arenas or the dungeons. So I'll have to see about the fish, because there is a fish that you get from the ice shadow dungeon. I guess I'll have to do some testing on that, see if that's possible anymore. But from what it sounds like, it may not be possible. I'm not too sure. Again, this is live. I just logged on and reading the patch notes. So moving on, legendary tomes. Legendary tomes are now live. These tomes are worth 100 mastery points and can be triggered once a week for a large number of resources. Eye and Tentacle of Cthulhu legendary tomes can be purchased with Lunar Souls, and Chaos Chest and Dragon Coin legendary tomes are available in the store. So let's look at the ones that are available in the store. So they have a new tome section. The Chaos one, which gives you once a week 10 Chaos Chests. It's worth 2,500 credits, which is, let's see, about $15. So it's $15 for that new tome, and the dragon one, which gives you 3 dragon coins per week, is either 20,000 credits, which is about a month's worth of credits, or again, about 15 bucks worth of real life money. Again, this is US dollars, and it's not an actual price. I'm just doing an estimate off the credit packs that you can see right here. So these Chaos Chests might be worth it. I don't think the Dragon Tomes are worth it. You can still get a lot more use out of normal tomes. However, you just want to trigger these legendary tomes once a week and then move on, or re-put on your old tomes. So, shouldn't matter too much. Deals update. Rotating deals now refresh hourly instead of daily. I think that's these two. Yeah, there we go. So there's 4 daily or deals that are going to be rotating hourly now instead of each day. So that's nice if you like to buy these packs. There is no longer a $5 rotating deal, and instead there are 2 $20 rotating deals. So that's what these two are. The credit pack with the boosts, the instant growers, and then the inventory slots. There are new rare rotating deals, including a class coin, inventory space, golden chaos chest, and more, which is this one. As you can tell, it's the gold border with the inventory space coins. Challenge and Dragon Cash update. There is a new Ancient Dragon Cash, which is now earned through challenges and on the Trove store. We can check that out real quick, just to show it off. Here it is. It now has like a purple box around it instead of black. Pretty sure. Yep, that's it. This has 3 times as many Dragon Souls, 2.5 times as many Dragon Coins, no Eyes of Cthulhu, and 35% less Flux. It no longer grants Pentasouls as a rare result, but rarely does reward 5 coins or 10 Dragon Souls. So instead of the Pentas, they replace it with either the 5 coins, which I'm not 100% on prices anymore. I think they're 1 to 3k Flux, so that's either 5 to 15,000 Flux, or 10 Dragon Souls, which is again the same kind of price range, but doubled, so it will be either 10,000 Flux or 30,000 Flux. Had to do a little math there. Again, I'm not 100% on prices, but it's kind of nerfed, because again, Pentasouls were 35,000, and they kind of nerfed that. The Flux got nerfed. It is 35% less from each. There's no more Eyes of Cthulhu, but there are 3 times as many Dragon Souls and 2.5 times as many Dragon Coins, which, in my opinion, is a much better change. And kind of like I talked about in last of my Let's Play episodes, I said to keep your caches, because this is a new cache. The old ones are still in the game if you still have them, but you will no longer get them. Previous Ancient Dragon caches will now be called Flux-filled Ancient Dragon caches and remain unchanged. So they're kind of hinting that the old ones were way overpowered for Flux. So they rightly renamed them, I guess. Challenges now only go up to rank 3, and completing this rank grants a full, non-tradable Dragon Soul. Uber 6 now grants a 4 times multiplier instead of 9, so they are again just nerfing challenges, kind of trying to balance out how the saturation is right now. For me, this is a bad change, because now I would have to get to rank 3 and complete this for the Dragon Soul. Actually, no. Completely wrong. This is for an additional non-tradable Dragon Soul each time there is a challenge, I am assuming from this text. So each challenge you can get a free Dragon Soul as long as you can hit 100 points. So I kind of wanted to go through that and make sure everyone knows clearly what it is, even though I was wrong, but I corrected myself. So there it is. You can only go up to 100 points now. You can't get the 300 points, which they kind of just added, but I guess that was too overpowered. And once you do the 100 point challenge, I always have a hard time saying that, you get an additional Dragon Soul in addition to the daily one you would get if you would just hit 10 points for the day. And Uber 6 was nerfed to a 4 times multiplier instead of a 9 times multiplier. So that kind of renders my Dragon Challenge video kind of out of date, even though I just made it. But baldness. Added a bald hairstyle to the barbershop. Go take off all that nasty hair designed by Mr. E. So you can now be bald. And here we go, finally, the last stretch of this big update. Additional updates and fixes. Origin portals can no longer be opened in the Shadow Tower. I'm assuming that's just because people were just teleporting back up to the lobby, healing up and going back down, which was kind of a broken concept. Anyways, there is now a new set of Neophyte's wings earned at Master Rank 10 that are slower than the other wings in the game. The previous Neophyte's wings are now Adept's wings and are earned at Master Rank 40. So it's kind of to balance out how everyone complained that they didn't have wings at Master Rank 20. Even though that took like a day or two of grinding, people are still like spamming, we want wings, and I guess this is to kind of fix that. But I guess that's what you get when you release a game a year after everyone already has all these cool things. Everyone wants them instantly. The Mega Skater is no longer available through Mastery and will show up again later. The Mastery Recliner mount is now earned at Mastery Rank 30. I think that was Mastery Rank 50 before, maybe it was 40. And now that the Neophytes are 40, they reduced it. So let's check those out real quick. Kind of show them off. So the level 10 Neophyte wings, they're purple instead of the blue. The Regal Recliner is 30 instead of 40 again, and the Adept's wings are the previously named Neophyte wings, and they are still the blue ones. And there was something else, wasn't there? The Mega Skater, which was, I think, 50. It's not there anymore. And now the Infinium one is the level 50. Where is it? I keep losing it. There it is. So we lost the other one, but we kept the Infinium, which is good, I guess. You didn't lose any mastery points because, again, no mastery points were taken away. They were just moving around the levels that you obtain these things at. Golden Thread final objective is now to hit Master Rank 20, and challenges now unlock at Master Rank 20. I think there were 30 before. I thought they were Master Rank 20. I might have been wrong. They might have been 30 before, and now they're down to 20 to allow people to get into challenges much quicker. Fix a bug where inventory items could appear upside down, especially for Mac users. I've never got that bug. I'm not a Mac user, so I don't know about that. Reduce the count of consecutive days logged in needed in half for the consecutive days logged in badge. Some people have worked hard to max this, but the barrier was just too high. If it got reset, this should make it more reasonable to try again if you can't log in a day. And I think that kind of fixed the bug, because I was always bugged out to where I couldn't get that badge. Because it would just keep resetting every time I logged in. Where is it? Badges. There it is. And consecutive days. Now I'm back up to the diamond or obsidian one. Again, I should already have this badge, the obsidian one, but they kind of gave me the rest of them today when I logged in. Because I was always bugged out on the first it was the bronze, then they fixed it, and then I was stuck on silver forever up until today. I finally got the diamond, which is 30, and then I am working towards the 45. So if you were bugged out like me, this is the actual fix. The previous update did not fix it, but so that's a good update. And they also reduced it in half, so you don't no longer need to be in for 90 days, which is 3 months straight, which is kind of ridiculous to log in for every day for 3 months straight. But yeah, if you're not like me and you do YouTube videos every day, I doubt you would get that. Unless you're truly dedicated to this game. So that's great that they reduced it in half. Fixed an extremely rare crash when merchant NPCs were attacked. I don't know if it was that rare, because since the last update I've been crashing a lot around NPC traders. But they fixed that. I guess custom key bindings for Flask and Adventure item slots have been reset. So if you have Flask, you can now rebind the keybind, and if you had the R and T rebound, they are going to be reset, and you just have to rebind them again. Untradeable Dragon Souls and other untradeable items can now be deconstructed for 100 Glim. I would have liked it to be Flux because the Dragon Souls are worth a lot more than 100 Glim. That's only 30 Flux, or about 33 Flux. But I guess it's something, since it's untradeable anyways. Crafting music blocks now give 3 instead of 1. Sorry, Major Tom. Don't know what that's referencing to, but that's great for people that build like the mag rails that I have in my club world. You can now rebind controllers through the settings dialog and set 2 bindings per action. Oh my god, I did not notice that. Let's see. Controls. So there is this new section called Controls, and they finally added the support for the controller. You can see mine says X360 controller. I did make that one episode saying how horrible this their gamepad support was because it was absolutely trash. So it looks like they're trying to fix it. They now allow you to do your mouse sensitivity in game. That was my big complaint. It looks like they kind of took that to heart because I said you would have to log out every single time you wanted to test out your mouse sensitivity, log back in, or thumbstick sensitivity, not mouse. You would have to log out, log back in, log out, log out back in, all while editing a configuration file. So it looks like that's pretty good. But there's still no key bindings, it shows, unless that's in hotkeys, because it just said that you can bind them per... Oh, I see. You can do it inside your hotkey thing. So see how it's mouse 1, and then my secondary is gamepad, right button. So that's where you do it. You can now change all your hotkeys in-game as well. So that is an amazing patch for people that play with gamepads, because I know a lot of people play with gamepads because they play from consoles, or they're coming over from consoles and trying out a free game. So good update. I might have gone too much into detail with that, but again, that was one of my biggest complaints with Trove, is how neglectful they were towards that update. So it looks like they're trying to fix that. Added new mappable hotkey for build mode called next slot for use with controllers that selects the next non-empty hotbar slot. That basically means you press a button and it will go to, say you are hovered over 1, it'll go to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then there's also a button to go back to your previous one, if you wanted to, or so like 3 to 2, if that explains it well enough. Hotkey binding has moved to the new setting category hotkeys, like I just showed, and additional options for controllers, including thumbstick sensitivity, has been added to the controller. So there we go, like I showed off already. You can now connect a controller after starting the client, which is good. So that means basically if you start the game, you can now plug in your controller and it'll work automatically. Because most games, you have to do it while you're not in the game, because if you plug it in while you're in the game, it's not going to recognize it. So that's a good update. Fix errant cooldown sounds that triggered when changing classes multiple times. That was also in the previous episode. So it looks like they're kind of taking a lot of things that I say in my episodes now and are kind of fixing them. Because when I had my Windows reset, when I would change my class, it would make a huge explosion sound, and I said how it was much higher than every other sound effect in the game. So it looks like they fixed that. Setting the appear offline option no longer shows your current location or master rank on other friends list, like if you were actually offline. So I did notice that before. I would see, say, Antonio, it would show he's red, but it would say Master Rank 73 and Uberworld 3 or whatever, just an example. And that basically meant he was online, but he was offline in the options, so you couldn't whisper him or anything like that. So I guess that's a way to hide if you want to. You can now view your current chaos factor in your character sheet. I did not see that. Where is it? I do not see it. Let's see. I don't know. I personally don't see it. If you see it, let me know. I might be just completely blind. This is the character sheet. Stats, maybe? Oh, there we go. It's in the stats. Chaos Factor. You can see for the first time you log in each day, you receive 1 Chaos Chest for each point of Chaos Factor. So there it is. It's in the stats. It would have been nice if they specified that, because people logging in, they might be confused just like I was, because you have to click stats, and it's actual stat now. But there it is. And finally, oops, sorry, clicked out of the game. Added option to settings to enable client audio even when the client window is in the background. So kind of what I just did. You heard me click off the game and my audio cut out. So let's see. There we go. You can click that and play audio in the background. So when I do my Patch Notes videos, I can click off the screen. You can still hear the in-game sound without it being too awkward. So that is it for this patch. It is a big one, so there was a lot of updates, and I did want to go into detail with each of them so everyone knows exactly what's going to happen right when they log in after they see this video. So that's going to be it. Remember, if you guys enjoy these Patch Notes videos, remember to give them a like. Let's shoot for about 50 likes with this Patch Notes video. But besides that, hope you guys enjoy the video.